unexpected encounter. The vast emptiness of space stretched out before Maya Chen as she piloted the Stargazer, Earth's most advanced long-range exploration vessel. After 2 years of solitary travel, she had grown accustomed to the silence, broken only by the occasional status updates from the ship's AA. Approaching uncharted star system, Commander Chen, the A's voice chimed. Sensors detecting unusual energy signatures from the third planet. Maya leaned forward, her dark eyes scanning the holographic displays. Unusual how, ARIA. The energy patterns do not match any known natural phenomena in our database. They appear to be artificial in origin. Maya's heart raced. Could this be it? The moment humanity had been waiting for since they first looked up at the stars. She took a deep breath, steadying herself. ARIA. Initiate first contact protocols. Broadcast our standard greeting message on all frequencies. As the Stargazer entered the star system, Maya marveled at the alien world growing larger in her view screen. Its swirling atmosphere shimmered with hues of purple and green, unlike anything she had seen before. Suddenly, a sharp beep cut through the air. "Commander, we're receiving a response." Maya's fingers flew over the controls, decoding the incoming signal. To her amazement, the alien message began to translate, filling her screen with recognizable text. "Greetings, traveler from afar. We welcome you in peace. Please follow the guidance beacon to our orbital station." Maya's training kicked in as she carefully maneuvered the Stargazer towards a gleaming structure that had appeared seemingly out of nowhere. As she approached, she saw it was a massive space station, its architecture both elegant and alien. A tractor beam gently guided her ship into a docking bay. Maya's palms were sweating as she ran through the airlock procedures. This was the moment she had trained for her entire life, but nothing could have truly prepared her for the reality of it. As the airlock hissed open, Maya came face to face with her welcoming committee. 3 alien beings stood before her, their bodies tall and slender, with iridescent skin that seemed to shimmer with an inner light. Their large, almond-shaped eyes regarded her with unmistakable curiosity. The central figure stepped forward, raising a 6-fingered hand in what Maya interpreted as a gesture of peace. "I am Zorn, lead scientist of the Lumina people. On behalf of our world, I bid you welcome." Maya removed her helmet, revealing her human features. She saw a flicker of surprise pass over the aliens' faces, quickly replaced by fascination. "I am Commander Maya Chen of Earth," she replied, her voice steady despite her racing heart. "I come in peace and in the spirit of discovery." Zorn's mouth, a small diagonal slit, curved upward in what Maya hoped was a smile. "Earth, we have long wondered if other sentient life existed among the stars. Please come with us. We have much to discuss." As Maya followed her hosts deeper into the station, she marveled at the advanced technologies surrounding her. Holographic displays flickered to life as they passed, showing star charts and data streams she could only begin to comprehend. They entered a large, circular room that Maya guessed was a sort of conference area. The walls were alive with swirling colors that seemed to respond to the alien's presence. "Tell us, Maya of Earth," Zorn began, gesturing for her to sit in a chair that materialized from the floor. "What brings you so far from your home?" Maya took a deep breath, feeling the weight of responsibility on her shoulders. She was no longer just Maya Chen. At this moment, she represented all of humanity. "We are explorers," she began, driven by an insatiable curiosity about the universe and our place in it. "We've long hoped to find other intelligent life, to learn from each other and expand our understanding of existence itself." Zorn listened intently, his large eyes never leaving Maya's face. "A noble pursuit," he said finally. "We too are driven by the desire for knowledge. It seems our peoples have much in common." As the conversation continued, Maya learned that the Lumina had achieved interstellar travel centuries ago, but had yet to encounter another spacefaring civilization. Their technology was far beyond Earth's, yet they were eager to learn about human culture and achievements. Hours passed like minutes as Maya and Zorn exchanged information about their respective worlds. Maya found herself drawn to the alien scientist's quick mind and genuine enthusiasm for learning. Despite their physical differences, she felt a connection forming between them, a bridge across the vast gulf of space and evolution. As the meeting drew to a close, Zorn made an unexpected proposal. "Maya of Earth, we invite you to stay with us for a time. There is much we can learn from each other. In return, we offer to upgrade your ship with our technology, allowing you to return to Earth far more quickly than your current capabilities allow." Maya's mind raced with the implications. This was far beyond the scope of her mission parameters, but the potential benefits to humanity were immeasurable. After a moment's consideration, she made her decision. "I would be honored to accept your invitation, Zorn. The exchange of knowledge between our peoples could mark the beginning of a new era for both our worlds." Zorn's skin glowed brightly, which Maya was beginning to recognize as a sign of excitement or pleasure. "Excellent. We shall prepare accommodations for you immediately. Tomorrow, we will begin our cultural exchange in earnest." As Maya was led to her new quarters, her head spun with the day's events. She had made first contact, forged the beginnings of an interstellar alliance, and was about to embark on the most important diplomatic mission in human history. And at the center of it all was Zorn, the alien scientist whose curiosity matched her own. Little did Maya know that her decision to stay would set in motion a chain of events that would change the course of both human and lunar history forever. As she drifted off to sleep in her alien quarters, she dreamed of the infinite possibilities that lay ahead, unaware of the challenges and wonders that awaited her. The next few weeks were a whirlwind of activity for Maya. Each day brought new discoveries and challenges as she immersed herself in Lumina culture. Zorn proved to be an invaluable guide and an eager student of human ways. Maya marveled at the Lumina's advanced technology. Their mastery of clean energy and matter manipulation made Earth's most cutting-edge innovations seem primitive by comparison. Yet, the aliens were fascinated by human art, music, and literature, concepts that were less developed in their own culture. As Maya and Zorn worked closely together, translating complex scientific concepts between their languages and comparing notes on the universe's mysteries, they found their initial rapport deepening into something more. Despite their physical differences, there was an undeniable connection growing between them. One evening, as they watched the alien world's triple moons rise from an observation deck, Zorn turned to Maya, his skin glowing with a soft, pulsating light. "Maya," he began, his voice uncharacteristically hesitant. "In my years of studying the cosmos, I never imagined I would find someone like you. Your species may be young, but your passion, your creativity, your ability to see the universe in ways we have not, it is truly remarkable." Maya felt a warmth spreading through her chest. "Zorn, I feel the same way. Working with you, learning from you, it's been the most incredible experience of my life." As their eyes met, a silent understanding passed between them. In that moment, the vast distances between their worlds seemed to vanish, replaced by a connection that transcended species and space itself. But as Maya leaned in, following an impulse she didn't fully understand, a sharp alarm blared through the station. The peaceful moment shattered as Zorn's skin flashed with urgent patterns. "We're detecting a massive energy surge from your ship," he said, his tone urgent. "Something's activating its systems remotely." Maya's training kicked in as she raced towards the docking bay, Zorn close behind. As they arrived, they found the Stargazer's engines powering up, its hull gleaming with strange, pulsating symbols. "HFY report," Maya shouted as she approached her ship. The A's voice crackled through the external speakers, distorted and fragmented. "Commander, Chen, emergency, protocols, activated, threat, detected." Before Maya could respond, a blinding light engulfed the ship. When it faded, the Stargazer was gone, leaving behind only a fading energy signature. Maya stood in shock, staring at the empty docking bay. Her ship, her connection to Earth, had vanished. She turned to Zorn, seeing her own confusion and concern mirrored in his alien features. "What just happened?" she whispered. Zorn's skin rippled with complex patterns as he accessed the station's sensor logs. "It appears your ship's AI initiated some kind of emergency protocol, but the energy signature it left behind, I've never seen anything like it." As the implications sank in, Maya realized her situation had changed dramatically. She was now truly alone on an alien world, cut off from Earth, with no way to contact her people or explain her extended absence. Zorn placed a comforting hand on her shoulder, its warmth reassuring despite its alien texture. "Maya, I promise you, we will find out what happened and find a way to contact your world. You are not alone in this." Maya nodded, grateful for his support. As the initial shock began to wear off, her natural curiosity and problem-solving instincts kicked in. This was just another challenge to overcome, another mystery to solve. "All right," she said, squaring her shoulders. "Let's get to work. We need to figure out what triggered Aria's emergency protocols and trace where the ship might have gone." As they made their way to the station's main research lab, Maya couldn't help but feel a mix of fear and excitement. She was now embarking on an adventure beyond anything she could have imagined, with an alien ally by her side. Little did she know that the disappearance of her ship was just the beginning. Forces beyond her understanding were at play, and the journey ahead would test not only her ingenuity and courage, but also the growing bond between her and Zorn. As the alien suns set on her first day, truly stranded in this new world, Maya Chen stood at the threshold of an adventure that would change the course of two civilizations and redefine the very nature of first contact. Quantum entanglement of hearts. As the luminous triple suns rose over the horizon, casting an otherworldly glow across the alien landscape, Maya Chen found herself adapting to life on a world beyond her wildest dreams. The disappearance of her ship, the Stargazer, had left her stranded, but it had also opened up possibilities she never could have imagined. "Maya, I believe I've made a breakthrough." Zorn's excited voice echoed through their shared laboratory, his iridescent skin pulsing with vibrant patterns of excitement. Maya looked up from the holographic display she'd been studying, her eyes widening with interest. "What is it, Zorn?" The alien scientist's elongated fingers danced over a console, bringing up a complex 3D model that shimmered in the air between them. "I've been analyzing the energy signature left behind by your ship. It appears the Stargazer didn't just disappear, it phase-shifted into a parallel dimension." Maya's mind raced with the implications. A parallel dimension. But how is that possible? Even our most advanced theoretical physics barely touches on the concept. Zorn's eyes gleamed with an almost human-like excitement. "That's the fascinating part. It seems the quantum AI in your ship, ARIA, tapped into a fundamental force we lunar have only recently begun to understand. Cosmic strings." "Cosmic strings?" Maya echoed, her scientific curiosity piqued. "You mean the hypothetical one-dimensional topological defects in spacetime?" "Precisely," Zorn confirmed. "But they're far from hypothetical. Our research suggests they're the key to traversing not just space, but entire realities. Your LOR somehow sensed a threat and used these cosmic strings to shift the Stargazer to safety, but in doing so, it crossed a dimensional barrier." As Maya absorbed this mind-bending information, a sudden realization hit her. "Wait, if ARIA can do this, does that mean, could we potentially use this technology to get me back to Earth?" Zorn's skin rippled with a pattern Maya had come to recognize as hesitation. "Theoretically, yes. But Maya, the risks would be enormous. We're dealing with forces that could tear apart the very fabric of reality." Maya felt a mix of hope and trepidation. The possibility of returning home was tantalizing, but at what cost? And as she looked at Zorn, she felt an unexpected pang in her chest. The thought of leaving this alien world, of leaving him, was suddenly more difficult than she'd anticipated. "There's something else," Zorn continued, his tone growing serious. Our long-range sensors have detected unusual activity in your solar system. It seems Earth is about to face a threat unlike anything in its history. Maya's heart raced. What kind of threat? Zorn, we have to warn them. The alien scientist nodded, his expression grave. We've been trying, but conventional signals can't penetrate the dimensional barrier. However, I have a theory. Maya, your prolonged exposure to our technology, combined with the unique properties of your human physiology, has created something unprecedented. He gestured to a nearby scanner, and Maya obediently stepped into it. A holographic representation of her body appeared, with a strange, pulsating energy signature surrounding it. You've become quantumly entangled with your home dimension, Zorn explained, his voice filled with awe. Your very atoms are connected to Earth across the multiverse. With the right technology, we might be able to use you as a bridge, not just to communicate with Earth, but to physically travel there. Maya's mind reeled with the implications. She was no longer just an astronaut or a diplomat. She had become a living link between worlds, perhaps the key to saving her planet from an unknown threat. As she processed this revelation, Zorn moved closer, his alien features softening with an emotion Maya was surprised to recognize. Maya, I must confess something. These past weeks working with you, learning from you, I've developed feelings I never thought possible between our species. Maya felt her cheeks flush, her heart pounding in a very human reaction to his words. Zorn, I feel it too, but with everything that's happening, with Earth in danger. Zorn nodded, understanding in his large, expressive eyes. We face an unprecedented situation, both scientifically and personally. But perhaps that's exactly what we need. The combination of lunar technology and human ingenuity, and the connection we forged, might be the key to saving both our worlds. As they stood there, human and alien drawn together by forces as powerful as the cosmic strings themselves, Maya realized that her mission had grown far beyond first contact or cultural exchange. She was now at the heart of a story that spanned dimensions, with the fate of two worlds hanging in the balance. All right, she said, squaring her shoulders with determination. Let's do this. Let's find a way to warn Earth, retrieve the Stargazer, and unravel this multidimensional threat. Together. Zorn's skin glowed with admiration and affection. Together, he agreed. As they turned to the monumental task ahead, neither Maya nor Zorn could have predicted the astonishing journey that awaited them, one that would challenge the very laws of physics and redefine the boundaries of love across the cosmos. Little did they know that their budding relationship would soon face its greatest test, as the lines between dimensions blurred and long-hidden truths about both their species came to light. The adventure that lay ahead would not only determine the fate of Earth and Lumina, but would also answer a question as old as the stars themselves. Can love truly conquer all, even across the vastness of space and the barriers between realities? Transdimensional Odyssey. The laboratory hummed with an otherworldly energy as Maya and Zorn stood before their creation, a swirling vortex of light and quantum particles that defied the laws of physics as either of their species understood them. This was the Nexus Bridge, their ambitious attempt to cross the dimensional barriers and reach Earth. Are you ready for this, Maya? Zorn asked, his iridescent skin pulsing with a mix of excitement and concern. Maya took a deep breath, adjusting the sleek exosuit the Lumina had crafted for her. Its bioadaptive material hugged her form, studded with glowing nodes that interfaced directly with her nervous system. As ready as I'll ever be to leap across realities, she replied with a nervous laugh. Just then, an alarm blared through the facility. Holographic screens materialized around them, displaying chaotic scenes from Earth. Strange, crystalline structures were erupting from the ground, reshaping entire cities in their wake. The crystalline incursion, Zorn breathed, his large eyes widening. It's begun sooner than we anticipated. Maya, if we don't act now, then Earth doesn't stand a chance. Maya finished grimly. She squared her shoulders, facing the pulsating Nexus Bridge. No time like the present to save the future. As Maya stepped towards the swirling vortex, Zorn suddenly grasped her hand. The touch sent a jolt through both of them, a sensation that transcended their biological differences. Maya, there's something you should know before you go. Something about the true nature of our peoples. Maya turned, seeing the conflict in Zorn's alien features. What is it? Before Zorn could respond, a violent tremor shook the laboratory. Cracks appeared in reality itself, glowing fissures spreading across the air like shattered glass. The dimensional barriers are collapsing. Zorn shouted over the cacophony of alarms. Maya, you have to go now. I'll explain everything when you return. If you return, he added softly. Heart pounding, Maya nodded. With one last look at Zorn, she stepped into the Nexus bridge. The world exploded into a kaleidoscope of impossible colors and sensations. Maya felt herself stretched across realities, her consciousness expanding to encompass truths beyond human comprehension. In that timeless moment between dimensions, Maya glimpsed fragments of alternate Earths, worlds where history had taken radically different turns. She saw versions of herself living out countless lives, and strangest of all, she saw Zorn in many of them, their paths intertwined across the multiverse. With a thunderous crack, Maya materialized in the heart of New York City, or what was left of it. The once familiar skyline was now a forest of towering crystal spires, pulsing with an alien energy that felt disturbingly familiar. As Maya took in the transformed landscape, her exosuit's sensors screamed a warning. She dove aside, just as a crystalline tendril erupted from the ground where she'd been standing. The creature it belonged to emerged from the shattered pavement, a being of living crystal that shimmered with the same otherworldly light as the Nexus bridge. Oh my God, Maya whispered as realization dawned. They're not invaders. They're us. The crystalline entity turned towards her, its faceted surface reflecting Maya's shocked expression. Within its depths, she saw flickers of human features, eyes, a mouth, expressions of confusion and fear that mirrored her own. Maya's comlink crackled to life, Zorn's voice cutting through dimensions. Maya, the crystalline incursion. It's not an invasion, it's a collision. Our realities are merging. As the truth sank in, Maya realized the monumental task before her. She wasn't just here to save Earth from alien invaders. She had to find a way to stabilize two collapsing dimensions, bridging the gap between humanity's present and its crystalline future. And somewhere in the chaos of colliding realities, she had to uncover the hidden connection between Earth and Lumina, a secret that Zorn had been about to reveal, and one that Maya now suspected would change everything she thought she knew about her mission, her world, and herself. With determination burning in her eyes, Maya activated her exosuit's full capabilities. As nanotech armor flowed over her body and holographic interfaces sprang to life around her, she faced the crystalline city that was both alien and intimately familiar. "All right, future Earth," she said, a hint of her old confidence returning. "Let's figure out how to save both our worlds." Little did Maya know that her greatest challenges lay ahead, navigating a landscape of shifting realities, confronting the evolutionary destiny of her own species, and grappling with a love that transcended not just space, but time itself. As she took her first steps into the crystalline metropolis, the fate of two dimensions hung in the balance, waiting to be shaped by the choices of one extraordinary woman caught between worlds. Quantum confluence. Maya's footsteps echoed through the crystalline canyons of New York City, each sound rippling with multi-dimensional resonance. Her exosuit's adaptive camouflage shifted constantly, mimicking the iridescent surfaces around her. As she navigated this transformed landscape, Maya couldn't shake the feeling that she was walking through a living, breathing organism rather than a city. "Zorn, are you seeing this?" She whispered into her comlink, knowing her alien partner was watching through her suit's sensors. "Extraordinary," Zorn's voice crackled back, tinged with awe and something else. Was that guilt? "Maya, there's something you need to know about the crystalline entities. They're not just Earth's future, they're..." A sudden tremor cut him off, and Maya stumbled as the ground beneath her feet began to undulate. The crystalline structures around her hummed with increasing intensity, and she watched in amazement as they started to reshape themselves. Dimensional shift incoming. Zorn's urgent voice broke through the static. Maya, brace yourself. Before she could react, the world around her blurred and twisted. For a heart-stopping moment, Maya felt herself existing in multiple realities simultaneously. She saw glimpses of other New Yorks, one submerged underwater, another overgrown with bioluminescent jungle, and yet another where humans and machines had merged into something new and wondrous. As reality stabilized, Maya found herself in a vast chamber that seemed to be the nexus of the crystalline network. At its center stood a pulsating structure that looked unsettlingly like a human heart, if hearts were made of living crystal and quantum energy. The multiversal core, Zorn breathed in her ear. Maya, this is it, the key to stabilizing our colliding realities. As Maya approached the core, her suit's sensors went haywire. Holographic readouts flashed warnings she couldn't begin to comprehend. But it wasn't the tech that made her freeze in her tracks. It was what she saw within the crystalline heart. Suspended in the center, like insects in amber, were two figures, one human, one lumina. They were entwined in what could only be described as an embrace, their forms slowly merging into a singular crystalline entity. Zorn, Maya whispered, her voice shaking. What am I looking at? There was a long pause before Zorn replied, his voice heavy with the weight of revelation. The truth, Maya. You're seeing the origin of both our species and our shared destiny. As the words sank in, the chamber around Maya came alive. Crystalline entities emerged from the walls, their faceted forms flickering between human and lumina appearances. One of them stepped forward, its features settling into a face that was hauntingly familiar, her own, yet not quite human anymore. Welcome home, Maya Chen, the entity said, its voice a chorus of harmonics that resonated through Maya's very atoms. We've been waiting for you across millennia and dimensions. Maya's mind reeled as the entity began to explain. The crystalline incursion wasn't an invasion or even a collision of realities. It was a convergence, the point in spacetime where humanity and the lumina finally reunited and evolved into their shared crystalline future. But why now? Maya asked, struggling to process the enormity of what she was learning. Why is this happening to Earth in my time? The entity's multifaceted eyes sparkled with something like amusement. Time is an illusion, Maya. What you perceive as invasion is actually ascension. The Stargazer's disappearance, your meeting with Zorn, these were not chance events, but carefully orchestrated steps in a plan set in motion at the dawn of our civilizations. As if on cue, a new tremor shook the chamber. But this time, instead of chaos, Maya felt a strange sense of alignment, as if puzzle pieces were falling into place across dimensions. The convergence cannot be stopped, the entity continued, but it can be guided. That is why you are here, Maya Chen. You and Zorn, your bond is the template, the bridge between what was and what will be. Suddenly, the crystalline heart pulsed with blinding light. Maya felt herself drawn towards it, every cell in her body singing with recognition. She understood now. This was her destiny, the reason she had always felt called to the stars. But as the crystal began to envelop her, Maya hesitated. What about her humanity? What about Earth as she knew it? And Zorn, where did he fit into all of this? Maya. Zorn's voice cut through her thoughts, more urgent than ever. Whatever you are seeing, whatever they're telling you, remember, you have a choice. Our bond is real, but our future isn't set in stone or crystal. In that moment of indecision, suspended between human and crystalline, past and future, Maya Chen faced the most important decision of her life, one that would ripple across realities and shape the destiny of two civilizations. As the chamber pulsed with multidimensional energy and the very fabric of spacetime hung in the balance, Maya took a deep breath. She thought of Earth, of Zorn, of the infinite possibilities stretching out before her. With determination burning in her eyes, she made her choice. I choose. The chamber erupted in a nova of quantum energy, Maya's decision sending shockwaves across the multiverse. As realities realigned and new futures crystallized, one thing became clear: the story of humanity and the Lumina was far from over. In fact, it was just beginning. Cosmic synthesis. The quantum nova subsided, leaving Maya suspended in a void of infinite possibility. Her decision echoed through the multiverse, reshaping reality with each passing moment. As the new world coalesced around her, Maya found herself in a realm beyond imagination, the cosmic nexus. Swirling galaxies and nebulae formed the backdrop of this interdimensional crossroads. Fragments of countless Earths and Lumina worlds drifted by, each a window into a different possibility. Maya's exosuit had transformed, becoming a shimmering second skin that pulsed with the same energy as the crystalline entities. I choose harmony. Maya's voice resonated across realities. Not forced evolution, but mutual growth. As if in response to her declaration, the very fabric of space-time rippled. The floating fragments of Earth and Lumina began to merge, not in the violent collision of before, but in a graceful dance of integration. Zorn's voice crackled through the cosmic static, filled with awe and relief. Maya, you've done it. You found the third path. Before Maya could respond, a new presence made itself known. A being of pure energy materialized before her, its form constantly shifting between human, Lumina, and something altogether new. Greetings, cosmic synthesizer, the entity spoke, its voice a symphony of harmonics. I am the Oversoul, the collective consciousness of all possible futures. Maya's mind expanded to comprehend this new level of existence. The third path, she mused. Not crystal, not flesh, but something in between. The Oversoul nodded, sending ripples of light across the cosmos. You have unlocked the true potential of both species. Observe. With a gesture, the Oversoul revealed a series of visions. Earth, transformed not by crystalline invasion, but by a harmonious blend of organic and inorganic life, gleaming cities of living metal and pulsing energy, where humans worked alongside their Lumina allies. The stars themselves, reshaped by the combined power of human ingenuity and Lumina technology. Dyson spheres and cosmic string networks allowing instantaneous travel across the galaxy. New forms of life and consciousness, born from the union of human and Lumina genetics. Beings of energy and matter, capable of reshaping reality with a thought. This is the cosmic synthesis, the Oversoul explained. A future where neither species loses its identity, but both evolve into something greater together. Maya marveled at the possibilities, but a nagging doubt remained. But what about free will? Are we just playing out some predetermined cosmic plan? The Oversoul's form shimmered with what might have been amusement. The plan and the choice are one and the same, Maya Chen. You were always destined to make this decision, precisely because it is who you are. As the implications sank in, Maya felt a familiar presence materialize beside her. Zorn, no longer confined to his physical form, existed as a being of pure energy and thought. I told you our bond was real, he said, his essence intertwining with hers in a connection that transcended the physical. Maya laughed, the sound rippling through dimensions. I guess some things are constant across all realities. The Oversoul's light pulsed with approval. You two represent the best of both species, the human drive to explore and adapt, and the Lumina's deep connection to the cosmic fabric. Together, you will guide your peoples into this new era of cosmic synthesis. As the new reality solidified around them, Maya and Zorn found themselves back on Earth, but an Earth forever changed. The crystalline structures had integrated seamlessly with the natural and human-made environment. People walked the streets alongside Lumina visitors, their forms ranging from fully organic to shimmering energy beings. In the sky above, a massive space elevator stretched into the cosmos, its surface alive with flowing data and energy. It was the physical manifestation of the bridge Maya and Zorn had built between their species. So, Maya said, turning to Zorn with a grin. Ready for our next adventure? Zorn's energy form coalesced into something close to his original appearance, but with an ethereal quality that hinted at his new nature. My dear Maya, I believe our adventure is just beginning. As they stepped forward into this brave new world, hand in hand, or energy tendril in energy tendril, Maya reflected on the incredible journey that had brought them to this point. From a chance encounter in deep space to reshaping the very nature of reality, theirs was a love story written across the stars. The cosmic synthesis had begun, and with it, a new chapter in the history of not just Earth or Lumina, but the entire universe. As Maya and Zorn took their place as guides and guardians of this new cosmic order, they knew that the greatest discoveries and challenges still lay ahead. For in a universe of infinite possibilities, their story was far from over. It was, in fact, eternally beginning.